And we are live. Hey, everybody. How are you today? Welcome, welcome. I appreciate each and every one of you coming. Today we have Stopher Cavins. That's one thing I didn't ask.
Perfect.
Okay, perfect. Stopher Cavins, who's a very blessed psychic medium.
Perfect.
Turn my volume down. All right. So thank you for coming today. I really appreciate your time and your energy.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Thank you for inviting me on.
Feeling blessed. I think what we'll do, if you don't mind, is say hello to some peeps that have popped in. Some popped in early. So we have Lena here. Thank you for coming, Lena. We have Lisa Rhodes. Thank you, thank you.
I see Scott's in the house. Scott, Scorpio Centero.
Yeah, and then Jackie, our most wonderful moderator. And then Scott's one of my moderators. Where did he go? There he is. I'm split screen. I can't wave with the right hand.
I know. I always like.
I'm still trying to navigate. I'm waving, and I'm like, nobody can see me wave. Okay, so we have Mackenzie. Is she one of your friends? I don't know Mackenzie.
Maybe. Hi, Mackenzie.
Thank you for coming.
They're all my friends. Hi, Nevra.
There we go. Thank you for coming, everybody. I'm going to start by showing your website. So everybody, Stopher has his a website. You want to tell me a little bit about it while I get that up?
Yeah, so stophercavins.com. It's a pretty simple website. I do have some blogs on there. I hate to admit it, but it's been like over a year since I've blogged. But
that's true.
The goal is to start again. Yeah, so if anybody wants to book a private reading, you can do it on stophercavins.com. Check out some blogs. There's links to my practice circle that I do every Tuesday evening.
Okay, so you have a mediumship practice circle?
I do, yeah. That's Tuesday evenings, 6 p.m. Pacific time.
Okay.
So it'd be 9 p.m. a little later for the East Coast folks like yourself. Yeah, we get a nice group, 20 to 25 people every week. People from Canada, US, Australia, sometimes UK, even though it's like 2 a.m. over there at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of dedicated people.
I can't sleep. Like, I won't mention Jackie's name.
Right. Yeah, so we get a nice group and usually do about an hour and a half of practice, two or three, sometimes breakout sessions. So it's a great way to get practice with mediumship and soul to soul connections.
Right. And how would one actually sign up for that? Besides going on your website?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
there's some, there's no sign up. I actually have the link open on my website.
Okay.
So they can just click the link, or I also have a Facebook group that's I think it's called Mediumship Practice Circles.
Okay.
That you can join, and there's actually other people in my group that have practice circles as well. So, anybody that wants to develop.
All right. I apologize. I don't think I got your Facebook info. I got your Instagram and your website and your YouTube. So don't forget to smash all those buttons, subscribe, hit that bell, and give Stopher some love.
Well, thank you.
I'm starting some as we talk. So Stopher, just a couple questions before we get started. So if you want to tell a little story about how you started your mediumship journey.
Yeah. So, and thank you for asking, Ginger. It's a little different. It's actually, I'm fairly new into it. About 2.5 years in, I started through, it actually kind of grabbed me through my marketing efforts because I'm a full-time marketer. So I had a longtime friend reach out to me to help him start his mediumship business. He's from New Jersey. And through helping him set up websites, blog, do all the marketing for his business, my own spiritual journey kind of took hold, and I started kind of going into my own path. So it was something I didn't expect. I was just helping somebody out with marketing, and then it's like next thing I know, I'm
Do you hear
doing psychic
voices at
readings and exactly.
It's like, who was
So
talking to me?
so this, like I say, this happened. I'm 45 now. This happened when I was like in my early 40s, and it's been great. And as I was telling you earlier backstage, is when this started for me, I actually was in business like 2 months later. I just, followed my journey. It was very, very rapid
Real quick.
with my development, and I didn't quite know what I was doing, but I just knew that I was called to start a business and go public with what I was doing. So
Exactly.
that's in a nutshell my journey. And it started out with like reading cards and doing psychic readings, and then the mediumship kind of came in later.
Mhm.
Just through doing readings and realizing that there was something else that was communicating with me.
Yeah,
So then I started developing that through courses and whatnot. So yeah,
that's
it's been a great journey.
that's awesome. I love it. So before you give a reading, I'd like to ask if you have any sort of pre-reading ritual you might do. Candles, incense, Palo Santo, meditation.
Mm, I do. Yeah. Thanks for asking. So when I started, I was so nervous about doing readings for people. So I would literally have to meditate for an hour and have, like total quiet. And my partner had to like leave. It was like a whole thing. But as I've become more comfortable with my abilities and developed, yeah, it's pretty simple now. So I do light a candle when I set my
Mhm.
intentions before I'm about to have a reading. I usually set three or four basic intentions.
Mhm.
I'll just kind of quiet my mind, which is something I can do a lot easier now.
Right.
Um,
It's hard in the
it's-
beginning.
yeah, especially and I have blogs on my website about how ego driven I was before my journey, and so
Mhm.
I've worked very hard to kind of control that voice a little bit. But
Right.
yeah, so that's pretty much it. I usually have stuff coming to my awareness before my sit, and that's why I keep water around. Before my sitter comes on, I usually have information coming in already, so I'll be writing it down, kind of collecting my thoughts.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it. And then before every reading, I ask if I have permission to connect, and off I go.
Absolutely. I think asking permission is very it's important, but it sets up that sacred space. And for me, it also sets up that sacred protection. Um, I call in
Mhm.
protection, of course. Um, and um, yeah, because I just think that's an important process. So you first started with some tarot and oracle cards, or just oracle cards?
Mainly Oracle.
Mm-hmm.
I do have some tarot decks, but I just never like really learned tarot. And I know everybody tells me, "Oh, you don't have to know the system," but I feel like I do. So I just, it's too much for me to learn or wrap my brain around. So
Right.
I mainly work with Oracle, and
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
kind of really feel intuitively into them.
Absolutely. Yeah. Do you have a favorite couple that you like to use?
Yeah,
Maybe.
actually, the first one I ever got is the deck I still use most of the time. It's the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed.
Oh, yes. Yes, I saw you using that on Scott. Yeah, I love that. I love those imageries and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just have such a close connection with that deck, and it's just like very easy for me to read. So it's usually what I use. I try to switch it up a little bit. I'll try to
Yeah.
switch it up a little bit today. I've got a few other decks.
I know I bought a new one. I always get nervous. Do you dare use a new one when you don't know it yet? But it's an Oracle deck. And I'll probably do my standbys.
Right, that's
So
smart.
yeah, yeah. I once did a live, and I was doing my standby, but I got another deck that I thought would be a perfect kind of an oracle sprinkling, and but I found that it didn't work right. It was of haikus and limericks, and it's a beautiful deck, and I love it to death. Um, it's out of reach, but I love it. But it just didn't work for live reading. So, have you ever found that? that not necessarily doing live readings, but any kind of readings, do you find that some are more of a personal and not for other
Yeah.
people's?
Oh yeah, for 100%. I own. I mean, my collection's not too big. I probably own 20 decks, but
Okay.
I don't use most of them. So I think they're
So you
beautiful, and
have
I
your
think
faves. Yeah.
they've got a place,
Yeah.
but I can't read with them. So yeah, I definitely think it's a personal thing. So there's usually about two or three that I actually will read with.
Uh-huh.
The other ones just kind of, I think, distract me a little bit because I don't quite connect the message that I'm getting with
Yeah.
what I'm feeling into the card. So those are more just for my collection, and
Right.
sometimes I'll play with them, but I don't usually read. When I do readings, I usually don't use them.
Yeah. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Well, I think we can start taking questions. The only thing we won't take, of course, are political questions, but I've never had anybody in my chats ask a political question. So don't ask what the world's coming to, because it's an ever changing story. Depends on who's in charge and who's not, who's the influencer and who's not. So yeah, so if you guys can, I've got some start already. And I'll just name you guys real quick, and then put your questions in caps. Use emojis so we can recognize them easier. And I have Lena, I have a Mackenzie, and Nivra. So if anybody else needs a question, go ahead. We got you, Lena. Thank you. Lena was the first one in, so I think we should start with Lena. And let me take this banner down real quick. Well, or not. All right, stop. Okay. All right. You want to go first or second? Dealer's choice.
Yeah, let me just kind of connect to Lena here. So give me just maybe 20, 30 seconds to see what's coming through, and then we'll pull a card.
All right, just give us a moment so we can connect. One thing I forgot to do is everybody who has a question, if you will please give us permission for our guides to connect with your guides so we can give you a wonderful message.
All right. Yeah, I'll go first since I kind of have messages here. And I'll show you the cards. I don't know if the cards line up super with what I was bringing through, but I got the Loyal Heart. I got Serendipity. And I got the Angel of Love. All right. So, Lena, what I was feeling when I was connecting with you is when we're talking about love over the next 10 months, regardless of where you're at now, I do feel like there is a potential for someone from the past, because I'm getting recycle kind of energy, to kind of either come in and for it to be a possibility, or for them to try to come back in and start something new with you. I don't love the way it lines up, so I'll leave that with you to really decide if that's for you or not. But there might be a situation with that, and I would just advise really to kind of sit with it to see if that is a road you want to head back down. When it comes to career and success, I'm getting I feel like there is a steady kind of job flow now, but what I'm hearing is job, 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 new job. So I actually think that over the next 10 months, there's going to be an additional job, whether this is a side project or just another employment. And it feels like it's in a very social kind of setting. So I do think it feels like it's additional. So there might be an additional project or job that you're adding to the mix that I think is going to be very fulfilling. And then when I connect to that serendipity card, I do think things are going to kind of fall into place. I feel like there's been a lot of manifesting and a lot of work done on your part over the past 2 years. So there's going to be some things kind of fall into place. So I think the next 10 months for you are going to feel very serendipitous. It's going to be like, okay, things are kind of coming to fruition.
It's wonderful. I'm going to segue off the inner work she's doing. I have got a new deck, so I'm going to experiment with it. But it's asking you to ask yourself some questions. How can I be more kind to myself and offer more grace in this very moment? So anytime I feel that anytime anybody wants to work on relationships, we have to do some inner work first. We have to learn to love ourselves because how do we expect somebody else to do that? I'm going to read off these oracle cards. They're really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Brand new deck. So growing our self-love is medicine to the world's broken heart. When you heal, we heal. When you give yourself more grace, you are able to give the world more grace. And this is asking you today's soul action. Look yourself with grace. You are meant to be in the moment of your life. Release the inner critic and fill in the hole with your soul's truth that you are infinite, you are loved, and you are ready. You are already there. So that was pretty nice. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as love, work on your inner self, work on inner growth and stuff like that. And then that way, but when we work on our vibrations attract alike vibrations. So you raising your vibrations are going to attract the right person for you. I got the star card for your love. So star card's all about making wishes. If you call to the universe and ask for a partner, be specific about it. Know what you want in your heart and ask for that specific thing. Because star is also the hope and the healing card as well. So this again tells me you need to do some inner healing before you can think about going into a relationship with another person. But you do that and then all will be well. Your career, I got the 3 of Fire. So this person's on that journey. So I do see a journey ahead of you for a career. And it'll be something that's within your mode of passion, something you love to do. And it's in here. I can just see that it's asking you to be your own light. So grow that light within. And when you do any kind of interview, if you're going to change a job, you want to be high vibrational and show that inner light, and that attracts the perfect job for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's what I see for Lena. I hope that resonates. That.
Yes, thank you for the question, Lena.
Thank you very much. Okay, so, all right. And then let me check chat real quick. I want to make sure. Got Mackenzie. Okay, so we'll do Mackenzie. We'll read for Mackenzie. As I take a sip. Her question is, can you please tell me how my love life will go in the near future? I would like to know, for me, if you're already involved or are you looking to be involved with someone?
All right. Did you want to go first, Ginger Faye?
Sure. Okay. Okay, love life. Okay. I like these cards. Okay. First we're gonna go with Eight of Fire, the cute little panda.
Mm.
I like this card as to say that you have spirit guides surrounding you that will guide you to a relationship that will be good for you. Okay, so you're in a new relationship. Okay. So you have spirit guides around you that will help you use your intuition. It's important to trust your intuition. It's important to how do I want to say? It's important for you to not only see what you want to see in the person. It's important for you to go in open eyes and see everything and how this person's energy resonates with you. But it looks like it's a fast moving relationship for you at this time. I also got the Two of Earth. And so I can see that you will need to do a little balancing in this relationship. Remember that the give and take has to be balanced. Let me look into this a little bit more. And again, I do see an angel for you watching over you. I love the pentacles, the earth suit in this deck. So what I see in here is you be your natural self. And in that, we'll call out his natural self. And just make sure it's a fully balanced relationship. You two need to find each other's likes, dislikes, and learn to balance because nobody's perfect. We'd like to think so. But you have to know those flaws. Are they flaws that just little ones that don't bother you? If you have a bigger flaw that bothers you, speak about it. Always have that open communication, and you make your decisions there, how much further you go in your relationship. And then I also got the messenger of fire. So yeah, I see a lot of passion going in this relationship. And again, I see maybe this relationship was divinely guided and brought together for entertainment purposes only. But I see a lot of passion. But remember, passion. Well, I'll bring this up. Richie Sambora was in a relationship with Heather Locklear, and he was asked, what makes your relationships, the longevity of your relationship? And he says, you never stop dating your wife. You never stop dating your partner. If you want to keep that passion going, don't get too complacent, I think is what I'm trying to say. Don't get too complacent, and all will be well. So
Nice. I love the Richie Sambora reference. I actually recognize who that. I know who that is. I'm aging myself. All right, that was beautiful. And I definitely kind of what I'm feeling lines up a lot with that. I'll show you the two cards that are pulled, and then I'll give you what I was kind of connecting with. So we do have the Birds of the Feather, and then we have the Carrying Connection, which both of these make sense based on what I'm feeling. Mackenzie, so and you had mentioned that this is a newer relationship. I was feeling like we were about 6 months in or so. as far as the start, when you guys might have started linking up. Um, with the new partner, I'm also getting a third person that's involved, not in the relationship part of it, but like, would you understand there being a child for either you or your partner? Because I'm getting that there might be also a child involved. I do sense that with that birds of a feather, I do sense that you guys line up on a lot of things, kind of on a soul level and also on kind of a human interest kind of level as well. I think that has really kind of built a good foundation for you to this point. I'm getting a B name reference, if you can understand that. And then I'm also being drawn to the end of May as an important date. This feels like um, I'm being drawn to the future date of like May, right around the 26th, I think, as being an important, either a celebration or something that happens in the next steps of your relationship. I feel like there might even be travel around that time as well. So look forward to that, the end of May. There's a lot of energy around there as well. Um, yeah, it feels good. And like Ginger Faye was saying, there does seem to be a lot of passion and a lot of like high energy, which is good. But I think sustaining that is going to be kind of an opportunity for you. And to kind of, get it to really balance out. I think there's going to be a bit of a juggling act, something you can definitely do. But if you focus with that and you're aware of it, I think you'll be set up pretty good. Because I think there's a lot of things to build on here.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you,
Wonderful.
Mackenzie.
Thank you. Oh,
She says she has kids. Okay, got it.
Yeah. That's a balancing act too, is balancing
Mm-hmm.
The babies with a love life. It's very challenging. Well, thank you for that question, Mackenzie, and I wish you much happiness. So let's see. We have. Let me get to chat real quick, and hello, my chat disappeared. So let's see. Oh, okay. My chat just jumped. Okay, Scott. Yes, I don't think I have the. I don't have the. The good tarot. It's funny. It gets a lot of thumbs down from people. It's more of a tarot oracle. And I didn't buy it for the longest time because of the title, The Good Tarot. I'm like, that sure. And I just got drawn in by the artwork I kept seeing and the cup suit. There was the page of cups, I think it was, and the Queen of Cups were so beautiful, and it had a seahorse, which I love seahorses. And the more I saw the images, I had to buy it. And it was actually the very first deck that I accidentally did a mediumship reading with.
I love that.
So it's a beautiful deck. And a lot of the times I don't look at the suit meaning, because that's where the oracle part comes in, because it's not a traditional Rider-Waite. But it always gives me the most wonderful readings. So thank you, Scott, for putting that up. Okay, so let's see.
Next.
We have Nivra.
Yeah.
Nivra. Okay. Another love question. Please know that when we're doing love readings, energies can shift and change always. So again, for entertainment purposes only. But what we tell you today is good for today, and something may change. It's happened in the past with me giving readings, and something was left out, information was left out, and then it didn't go as planned. Okay, so all right, coming for love for Neva, please. Okay, threw at me.
All right, I can go first. I'm ready.
Right. Okay.
All right. So, Nivra, I pulled the Beautiful and Caging, which really makes sense with what I'm feeling, and then the Yin Yang, which also makes sense with what I'm feeling. Okay, so as I kind of feel into what's coming in, so future moving energy for me with you, I get that you're kind of in a point of like organizing. I think just in general with your life and things around you, there's a really like nice energy of getting things set up and kind of creating space for what's next in your relationships and romance. So you've put in the work in the sense just as far as like creating space in your life. So that feels right. I do get a sense of needing to wait a little bit. It's like the question is what's a little bit, right? I think we're headed like out 6 to 8 months from now, before things kind of really line up and you kind of start getting what, as far as like the romance and the love that you really deserve and kind of kicking into that gear. I feel like we're 6 to 8 months out. So patience is being called for here. And also I feel like to this point, there's been kind of a pursuit is kind of what I'm hearing. There's been a pursuit for getting that relationship that you want, that you deserve. So maybe take the foot off the gas just a little bit is what I'm hearing. And just kind of let that happen naturally. And then let's see, I do feel like we're going to move with this 6 to 8 month timeline. It feels kind of good because what I'm feeling is we move into like a very like adult kind of relationship, where there is a healthy amount of separation of our lives, and we come together and kind of share them in that way. So it feels like a nice adult, steady kind of involvement. Single and looking. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Perfect. So when you're saying 6 to 8 months, I was thinking too, close. It's going to be a few months out for sure. I'm thinking 10, so 8 to 10 months. Perfect. So I got the 10 of fire. So there seems to be a lot of things that you need to release before you move forward with a relationship. And I like this image because you might be called to write some things down, things that you wish to release, and do a ritual and burn them. 10 is a number of completion. So you need to complete a certain cycle of your life and not bring your hauntings with you as you move forward. Because I also got the 2 of Earth, which bleh, speak English.
Easy for you to say.
It's all about balance. So I think you need to bring yourself into some sort of balance before you can move forward. And I took a soul truth card. So because I really feel like you need to do some inner soul searching. I'm not sure if it says, what if it isn't true? Let's see what it says. The thing that you are telling yourself right now, the concrete reason why you think you don't belong, you can't do it, you won't get there, you're not enough, or it's not for you. What if that wasn't true? Your soul's being called to action. It's time for a soul chat. Close your eyes, put your hands on your heart, and ask the wise one within you, what if this isn't true? What if what you're not good enough isn't true? What else might be possible? Journal your answer. What lie do you need to let go of to reach your soul's truth? I like that. That goes in perfect harmony with this card here for me. Writing things down and burning it. And I'm just getting all these tingles today. So, I believe you need to do a little soul searching, soul forgiveness. Remember, we need to also forgive ourselves. The things we did when we were younger, we did because we were younger and stupid, some of us. We need to forgive ourselves because are you that person now that you were back then. And if you really need some help, go seek. No, I'm just kidding. Um, yeah, find your true self in your heart. Who are you in your heart? Who do you believe that you are? And go forward with that energy. So, I hope that helps, Nivra. And I appreciate your question.
Yeah. Thank you, Nivra.
Wonderful. Okay. Also, Stopher and I were talking that we're open for mediumship reading today. So if you have a loved one you wish to connect with, you can put that in the chat in capital letters. Do you need names?
I don't.
Okay. So yeah. So keep that in mind as we plug in my computer. My battery's low. Okay, perfect. How's everybody doing so far? How are you, Stopher?
I'm good. Thanks for asking. How about yourself, Ginger?
I had some vibrational tingles, which is always a good sign for me that I'm not too far off base. So
yeah, no, I think it's great. I do want to ask. I keep calling you Ginger. Do you prefer Ginger Faye or is Ginger okay?
Ginger's fine.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, it's my call name. Actually, my middle name is Ray, named after my grandmother. And so when I was trying to come up with a name for my my Facebook group, just Ginger. I love fairies, of course, but I'm more of the fae energy, which is different from a fairy energy. So like when I go to work, I work at an elementary school. I show my fairy energy, the playful, happy little thing. But when I'm at home, I'm very serious about some things. And fae, to me, a fae is more of the earth elemental, where the fairy is more of an air elemental to me. And I'm very earthy, and so Faye, just Ginger Faye instead of Ginger Ray.
I love it. Yeah. Well, it flows. It's nice.
Yes, thank you. Okay, so let's see. I have Wendy here. Welcome, Wendy.
Hi, Wendy.
Okay, do my guides have a message for me? Thank you. You know, Wendy, I'm going to switch it up for me and use a different deck. Okay, so a message for Wendy. I feel I'm loud. Is my shuffling loud?
Not too bad, no. I tell you, some people are really in the microphone. I try to be very quiet with my shuffling.
Normally, I mute myself when I'm shuffling. All right, I'm doing 2 new different decks. So if you want to go first, you're welcome.
Let me just pull a card here. Okay, Wendy, I have a very kind of concise message for you. It's not too broad here. So I did get the mending card. I do think this kind of has something to do with what I'm feeling. So immediately I got a message about 6 people that you have been put in charge of. And it really feels like this could be either with like a work situation or family specifically. And it really feels like these folks are kind of under your guidance, or I feel like your guides want you to kind of take charge and bring these people together and kind of lead the situation. So if there is any kind of like fracture or just in general, these folks need to be like led or kind of brought back together. This is a message for you to kind of take charge of that. I also feel like this year is going to be really important. Once again, I'm drawn to family, about bringing people together. And I feel like your guiding energies really are like pushing you and guiding you to bring, so this would be like family, friends, to kind of be that glue for them to kind of organize maybe events or ways to get them together. So that's kind of what I'm getting for you. And with the mending card, if there is any kind of, repairing relationships, or I just feel like you might be a bit of a mediator in a way. So I'll just leave that with you.
Wow, yeah. It's funny because I pulled an animal. I love the animal spirit deck. Spirit of the Animals. It's my favorite
So
deck.
pretty.
So I also use it a lot of times when I see animals in an oracle or a tarot card. I'll refer to the book on the animal totem meaning, and always resonates. So you've got the cougar, and it's asking you to be more assertive. In silence, you find power. Claim your leadership role and take action. You know where to go and what to do. You have the courage and the confidence to succeed. So I like that kind of resonates with Stopher's message there for you to. It's a beautiful artwork too. Okay, so I got the Fool. Fool's all about the beginning of a new journey. Sometimes we have to take some risks. Sometimes we have to do something that's for our own highest good that might not sit well with others, but you have to trust your heart and trust your instincts, and you know what's right and wrong for you, and you know that you're going to do what's right for others as well if you're in care of others. And then I got the Page of Swords. Make a wish. I love dandelion. It's like little fairies flying around to me. All right, so for me, this particular Page of Swords, it's like there's a higher learning for you now, and I don't know if that's really school education or life education, but look, he's on top of all the books. So this is kind of telling me that you have the smarts to make all your right choices. And I still feel like this is also saying make a wish and go towards your dreams, move towards your dreams, and do what's right for you in your heart. But you can always keep others' best interest in your heart as you're doing this. So I hope that resonates, Wendy.
I love that. Yeah, thank you, Wendy.
Okay, so we have some people's coming in. Let me get Wendy's out of there. So I hope that helps, Wendy. I saw, did Deanne come in? We have Joe G. Oh, she is here. Hi, Deanne. Deanne just had a live with Scott. And we love Deanne. And then Joe G came in. Hi, Joe G.
Hi.
I did a very unique, let me get it real quick. Joji, I kept your smoking billet in my little collection because I love it. Because this is made with candle smoke. And the spirit of the horse and the spirit of the lion energy came out for that for me. And horse is all about family and freedom, and the lion as well is family and strength. And I just love that image so much that I kept it for her.
Yeah, that's really cool. I saw a bear.
Yeah, I mean, you can go on forever with these. I actually had a short story here. Somebody, I didn't know if I could answer questions with smoking billet because it's usually a general energy, like reading an oracle card. And so I challenged myself. I said, ask me a question. And she said, what is how does so-and-so fit into my life? Around about that kind of a question.
Mm-hmm.
And the smoke, it looked like two people having sex. And I said, well, apparently something spicy because, and I showed her, but it also had a teddy bear in the image to me too. And come to find out, it was kind of like a very short relationship, but a child came out of this relationship. And then as I turn the image, I see an image of Piglet. And I asked her, what's the resonance of Piglet for you? And she says, he was my childhood favorite Winnie the Pooh character. So it's a really interesting form of divination.
That's really cool.
But anyways, Joe G, if you have a question, put one in.
Hi, Deb. Debbie.
Oh, Deb. Oh, hi, Deb. Hi. Welcome to my channel. My chat's jumped. Okay, so here we go. Hi, Deb. Welcome. Please, Jackie, if you can put Stopher's or Scott, whoever's here, put Stopher's information back for me, and do the sub smash. So we're gonna smash that like button, subscribe, hit the bell, ding ding. Okay, so you ready for another question?
Let's do it. Always ready.
Okay. I had to wet the whistle. Okay, so we have Yusra. Excuse me if I'm not getting your name proper. Okay, so next in love life. Okay. Shut up, Jackie. I'm trying so hard not to be noisy. Okay, let's see.
Did you want to go first, Ginger Faye?
Okay.
Right here. Anyway.
All right. Okay. All right. So first off, I got the Four of Water. And so in this image, she's really concentrating on one pearl and not noticing that there are other pearls around her. So you may have tunnel vision when you go out in public and you're missing something here. And it could also mean that you are the pearl that you're concentrating on is of a little bit of I know Four of Water is not about disappointment. It's more of, being bored. But in this one, it's like something's catching your attention that's really not doing you good. It's something that you need to release. I got the Eight of Fire. So when you do take your blinders off and start moving forward, I see some things happening quickly for you. This is, I'm shuffling my deck, and this is what, the third time this has come up.
Oh, that's right. I was going to say that looks familiar.
Yeah. And I always use this card as, you're surrounded by your guides and your angels. And so this is telling me to trust your heart, trust your instinct as you go on. And I want to see if there's no, there's not a panda in my book. There's not a panda in my book. Okay. So this is telling me that you're going to go on a little unexpected journey. And this is where you might meet somebody. But I also got the Tower. But what I like about this particular tower, it's standing strong against the elements. So I feel like you're a strong person who can withstand a lot. And this structure is sound. So there might be something that will, with this, it'll happen fast. And you might not see it coming. So that's why you need to take off these blinders, and so that you'll notice it when it comes about. And what you might want to do is ask your guides to guide you towards open doors of opportunities and help you recognize them so that you don't pass them by. But I really feel like you're a strong person. And as far as love coming in the future, I see it happening, and it would happen fast. When it happens, I can't give you a time frame, 4 to 8 months, maybe. And might be, somebody once told me you might have to kiss a lot of frogs before you find that right person, before you find your prince. So, but you are being divinely guided. You have a lot of guides around you who are protecting you, but don't be so guarded that you don't notice that person when they come along. So I hope that helps.
Yes, I feel, especially some of those last things you said, Ginger Faye, I feel that a lot. So I already was getting some information, pulled some cards, and so they're kind of interesting. So this card really resonates with what you just said, Ginger Faye. So I'm getting this message about, the is what it is, and kind of you see like the locked door. Just don't give up hope in love, specifically in relationships, and the fact that I do feel like you are being guided specifically in this area of your journey. There are some things being worked on by your guiding energies. So don't give up. Don't, keep that hope high, and keep love alive in your heart. So because I actually think it's not too far down the road. I've got the co-create card. And then I've got the soulmate card. So I do think the soulmate card just kind of confirms what I was feeling about somebody very important is coming in. And then with the co-create, I actually have some messages about somebody that's kind of either already in your kind of rotation here, like you're on your radar.
I was just gonna say radar.
In your orbit. And it feels like there might be a connection with either work or some kind of activities that you do. I am getting, like I say, I feel like this person's kind of already selected. I'm getting a M name, and I do feel like they're going to be like an Aries or a fire sign. I also feel like they might be just a touch younger than you, where before maybe you've kind of linked up with older people that are a little bit older than you. I think this person's going to be a touch younger than you, and I just feel like it does feel like a little bit of a longer timeline as far as the dance itself and the courtship, which feels really fun. So I think you have a lot of fun stuff to look forward to. It's just really about just keeping that kind of fairy tale in your mind alive when it comes to love.
Yeah.
Don't shut it down quite yet, because it's definitely being worked
on. Yeah, I like that. And I think the same advice as I gave earlier is we need to be clear about what we want in our hearts. And as we put that out to the universe, we'll attract, the universe reads us. And if we're going, woe is me, they're like, oh, sorry, woe is you, if I'm not good enough, I'm sorry you're not good enough. But you have to ask for assistance. You have to ask for help, because our guides, our angels, they're wanting us to assist us, and they need to be invited in. And just as we asked in the beginning for permission, they want to help us, but you have to invite them in to help you. So
Absolutely.
Mr. Peter J. Watts himself has come into the channel.
Hi, Amber. Welcome.
And then Amber, thank you for coming. Thank you very much. So I want to see if I make sure I haven't missed anybody. So, okay, Amber does want a question, so let me start that. Okay. All right. How are you doing? We are.
Excellent.
Oh, I thought it was later. A little bit of tea.
I love it.
Okay. Love my tea and honey. Okay, so Miss Jo G came in. Message from Spirit. Serendipity filled week, including helping a friend and his last breath. Oh, and I'm sorry to hear you had loss of a friend. So she would like a message from Spirit. And I'm going to go back to this deck. Okay. Oh my gosh, Nerisse is here. I'm sorry to interrupt. We haven't seen Nerisse in forever. Hi, Nerisse. Okay. You can go when you are ready, if you're ready. Otherwise, I'm still showing.
Okay, yeah.
Use 3 different decks.
Sorry, my dog's having a moment. He's so loud. Joe G, and thank you for sharing that. And I'm sorry to hear about your friend. So a couple things. So I'm hearing from kind of Spirit, the energies around you, that there are a lot of raw emotions right now. And I feel like the message I'm getting is just to be okay with that, and just kind of allow yourself to just process and sit in that. For now, I do feel like there is a lot of healing and protection being put around you as well. So, it's going to work itself out, but don't be afraid to just kind of like allow yourself to feel that raw emotion. Also, I get a thank you coming forward. So I'm not sure if this is from your friend, but I do get a thank you. And I'm aware of, I do have a spirit that I'm aware of, and I do believe it's male. I've got a G name. I've got a connection to May as well for them. They're also coming forward recognizing mom and dad, and they tell me R and R. So if you can understand that connection for them, once again, coming through with just a lot of appreciation. And I feel for the friendship that you provided specifically, if you can understand that. So I just feel like there's a lot of love surrounding you.
Which is a perfect segue to this unicorn card I got. Yes, unicorns exist. This is saying there's infinite possibilities. You are the sovereign of the seen and the unseen world. The magic of love surrounds you. Beauty transforms you. Listen to the spirits of light, abandon the darkness, and go beyond the ordinary to become legendary. And it's funny because it also came out with the dragon card. So 2 magical beings here came out. And you are the ancient wise sage. You can shapeshift at will. Mastery is your destiny. Rise to dignity. So what these 2 cards are telling me is to believe in yourself and your self-worth, and to feel that beauty within you to go forward. Because I also got the King of Pentacles. You know, the king's journey to becoming a king isn't an easy one, always. Well, shouldn't be. But the King Master, he's the master of well, this is Pentacles. So this is talking about the earth element, which is health, as well as the abundance that is there for you. So whatever's happening right now, you are going to rise above it, and that you need to be strong and steadfast. And then I pulled a soul card for you, and this is interesting. I didn't read it yet. What if it was easy? Oh my God, I pulled 2 cards. Okay. It doesn't have to be hard. Call in the universe, the stars, the angels, and all their powers. Find the solution. Would you take the next step if it were easy? Is it time to expect ease? Call in grace and receive guidance. You are supported. Today's soul action is list 10 possible ideals for your soul's current calling. Lean into ease. It's here, and you have to say yes to it. Okay. So when things get, I don't know if things are hard for you right now. I don't know. It seems to be like they might be. Sometimes when things are out of your control, and to me, that's the universe telling you it's time to take pause and do an assessment. Go within, and what are your best attributes that you want to shine into the world, and live in that energy and go forward in that energy. And it does help to make things easier. It's kind of like the I lost my picture I had in my head. Life happens, and it's up to you how you react to it. You either sit in the corner and hide. Those things are still out there waiting for you. Or you pick up your big girl pants and move forward. But you move forward with that love and light in your heart, and it will just expand, and people will recognize that love and light, and you will find that it helps make life easier. So I hope that resonates. I just see you rising above it all, keeping your head up.
For sure. Thank you, Joji. Hi, Lisa Foster.
Lisa.
Welcome.
Ooh. Okay. Let me get over to my starred things. Okay. We have Amber. Amber is wondering if there are any messages for her today. Put my cards back. Sorry, I took 3 decks this time.
All right, Amber. So I pulled the Power of Purpose and the Strength, Angel of Strength card. Um, and what I wrote down before I pulled those cards was there's a message here about growing up. It feels to me like you've been recently, if you can understand this, moved into like it almost feels like shoved into a place of having to rely on your own independence. And that's kind of where I think the like growing up and leveling up message is coming in, if you can understand that. Um, I'm getting messages about really kind of sitting in the moment of now, even though things might seem a little kind of not really as planned, because like I say, I just feel like there's a shove that you receive energetically where you're put into this place where you have to be very independent. You're kind of really relying on your own strengths, and kind of understanding what your purpose is and what your journey and path and goals are. So just continue to kind of really like focus in on that and lean into it. And also, as you focus, less questioning. Kind of take your hands off the wheel a little bit. It might serve you well. As difficult as that sounds, because I really feel like it is guided, even though it feels like you've kind of been like thrust into the situation. But just know that you are being guided, and it is for your ultimate purpose of kind of reimagining and kind of redeveloping this sense of independence.
That's wonderful. Which I love synchronicity. So your inner strength is what you need to draw upon. I'm getting that you also need to be kind and compassionate to yourself. And this helps your inner strength grow. There's two pillars in here. So there's I feel like there is what I call a portal opening for you. So meaning a door will be opening for you, but you need to be in a good space in your heart to be able to recognize it. I also got the Six of Earth. That's a majestic stag. So this stag is all about you having divine protection. But with anything, there's a balance that you need to maintain. So what am I trying to say here? Make sure you're not giving more of. It's like the cups. Don't give everybody your cups of water and leave nothing for you, because if you don't have anything in your heart, because you've given it all away, you have no growth for yourself. So you need to maintain a balance of nurturing and nourishing your soul, your heart, your inner light being. And sometimes that's saying no to people. But there's a balance in there. And then just being divinely guided and protected. So know that you're divinely guided and protected. And again, I like to say this to people because people don't know. You can ask for divine assistance. Your angels are just waiting for you to ask them for help, and be specific about what help you need. I also got the snow leopard, which very much resonates with what Stopher is saying about self-reliance. This says you are strongly independent and often solitary. Integrity is important for your best outcome. Cloak yourself with invisibility and walk with the shamans. Use your intuition and let your life unfold in silent perfection. So for me, that's also taking time for inner healing. You need to time for yourself, even if it's locking yourself in the bathroom, pretending to take a shower, or while you're in the shower. You need some time to yourself to, if you pray, to do your prayers, to ask for divine assistance, to try to manifest what it is that you truly want out of life. But that inner strength is so, so very important. So that's what I have for you, dear Amber.
Very good. Thank you, Amber.
Okay, and then okay, so Lisa came in, and see if I can find her question. Her mother passed when she, here, let me do this. Her mother passed when she was 5. Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that. But know that you are strong inside, and strength grows, and in loving yourself, it'll attract people who will like be in your corner and be your support system. Don't be afraid to ask for assistance, I think is what I'm trying to say. Lisa, I have someone before Lisa, but I wanted to see if I can find her question. I got lost. Okay. Lisa, did you put in a question? If you haven't, do so now.
Yeah, right. It was at 101, or I guess it'd be like 401 for you.
Let's see. Okay. Okay. I don't see the actual question, though. Lisa, would you mind re-entering your question, and then we'll get to you next?
Yeah, she's asking if she can have a message from her spirit guides. Anything?
Okay. No. Perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm gonna sip.
Same.
Cheers.
Salud.
Okay, so Neva, I do see your question. Just be patient, because we've answered a question for you. Let me get Nerys in here, and let's see what's going on with Nerys here. Child care center can reopen after. Oh no! So Nerys lives in, is it New Zealand? Nerys, am I wrong? I can't. Anyways, I hate to hear that the child care facility got flooded. That's horrible. So let's see what we can do. Will it reopen? Okay. Yes, she's from New Zealand. See, I do have some memory cells left. Oh, good to see you in here, sweetie. It's been a long time.
Okay, I'll go ahead and start if that's okay. What was her name?
Nerys.
Nerys, thank you for your question. So this one's a bit of a tough one to feel into. I think there's a lot of moving parts that have to do with whether this is going to get back on track, and the timing of it all. I definitely sense that there may be like a temporary or eventual relocation. So wherever it's at now, there might it feels to me like it's going to be in a different location for at least temporary. Um, and then I also get that there might be some kind of either ordinance, or it feels like maybe like government or local government involvement, like that might also kind of slow things down of getting back reopened. That there might be something they want to look at or they want to verify or something like that. So there might be some involvement there that kind of feels like it might be a little annoying and slow things down. Um, and I just feel like with this, it's going to take a lot of perseverance on your part and others involved, and maybe just be flexible about how this looks or where it's at or what the timing of it. I feel like you're going to need to be a little flexible. But I definitely think there's energy there for it to happen. But there, it just feels like to me there's some hurdles and obstacles.
Mm, that's a shame too. Um, okay, so I'm trying to read into that. So definitely something to do with authority will be involved as well. I'm kind of hoping, this is for entertainment purposes only, that through the trials and tribulations of this chariot card, it's all about harnessing the in this situation, uh, you might call it a good and evil um, battle. You guys are the beautiful white horse, but you have this entity that wants to kind of ignore it. They don't feel the importance of having this facility back open. But I'm also wondering if somewhere down the path that you might even get some funding um, to help with it. Because I do see eventually now. Sometimes this 3 of fire is all about planning your journey. So there's going to be a lot of thought process that will have to go into this. But it's also about planning with, let's say, co-creators and partnerships and stuff like that. So for you to succeed, you need to be diligent about it and not let them, you catch their attention. See how this horse is just not paying attention. You need to catch the attention of these people who are going to slow your process down, letting them know how the importance of having this facility open is. So I'm almost thinking, again, for entertainment purposes only, that it might not be back at this facility, that it may involve a different or new facility for you. That would be her bosses. Yeah, you got somebody that can't agree on those opposing forces. But this charioteer is sitting so regal. I'm going to have you call upon divine intervention to help you with this process and soften the hearts of the old goats and get this done. But I do feel like something's going to monetarily help you, or you're going to get people chipping in. It's almost like rebuilding. So you're going to have volunteers helping you rebuild, or finding a different place that needs work. So one of those two things is what I'm getting. So I hope it happens sooner than you expect, Maurice, because these babies do need their care facilities. There we go. This is what I mean. Yeah, this is what I see. The community helping you out. So, wow, thank you, Nerys. Okay, We have Lisa. You okay for?
Yeah, I see. I think we have two more questions. So I'm good for it.
Okay, we'll get Lisa Nivra. I'm sorry, I'm getting tongue tied. Okay. All right. I'm just going to continue with this stuff. Okay. One more deck. I love the animal totems. They're just so, I don't know. They just have really good energy. All right, maybe I'll use that one then. Okay. Lisa. You want me to go first or you want to go?
Yeah, if you want to, go ahead and go first.
All right. Okay, so for me, we have the Hermit card. For me, the Hermit card could be two things. Stop hiding and get out there. But it also means to me, and I think you need to do both, is to while you're hermiting, reach within, deep within, connect with your spirit guides, connect with the light of, ask for some illumination on your path. Find out what it is you really want, and then figure out ask your guides, what's my first step towards this goal? Do step by step, and that'll make it so much easier and leave less room for disappointment. I also got the star card. So again, with the, the star card is about healing. It's about your hopes and dreams. So wish upon a star. Write your wishes down, and then figure out what's the first step to take toward those dreams. And then I got the grizzly bear. He's all about power. And so he's calling upon you to do an affirmation. I am indestructible. I honor my intuition and go where it leads. Love and gentleness are my real strength, and I never give up. I will succeed. So he's desiring that fish, and he grabbed it. So go for your dreams. Go towards your dreams. Take hold of them, and I think you have something ahead of coming up ahead of you that has to do with your inner voice. So trusting your inner voice and your intuition. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I 100% am on that as well. So Lisa Foster, I pulled some cards for you. I got the Sacred Reverence.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I love these. I actually just got these cards. They were suggested by someone. Wish upon a star.
Oh, the star.
Yep.
Wishing.
And then the Rose's Kiss. The Rose's Kiss.
That's beautiful.
So, and what I kind of connected with those cards and what I was feeling, Lisa, is the energies around you are are going to be taking you out of your comfort zone. Okay. I feel like to this point, there have been it feels like energetically there's been some restrictions, or even kind of with some of the stuff here on Earth and in your life, there have been some things that have just day to day stuff and things that have restricted you from really like kind of getting out of your comfort zone, trying things that are might seem silly or wild or whatever it is. Don't be surprised if you have people kind of coming out of the woodwork offering, like it almost feels like offering to, like, do you want to go to a cooking class or a dancing class or something that's like totally off of the grid.
I love it.
I just feel like be open to it. Obviously if you're not comfortable with it, don't do it. But I think that the universe is going to be bringing these kind of what might seem like odd opportunities your way, to kind of just get you out of your comfort zone and kind of just like really kind of spark something brand new in you. So yeah, it's just a message about continuing to open up. I feel like you are stepping in kind of energetically a new kind of section and zone of your life, and that's what it's going to be about, if I'm feeling that correctly. So that
There you go.
have fun.
You are indestructible. Okay. Well, before we do our last one, I just want to thank each and every one of you for coming today. And this has been a good energy day. So I like that.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. And thank you, Ginger Faye, for having me on.
Oh, thank you for being on. This has been awesome. So we're going to, Nivra has asked to be connected with her late husband. And so I'm going to need a moment here.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? Twix bar? Eat a Twix bar. I need a moment. Pause. Need a good shuffle. I'm going to mute myself.
All right.
Picking up anything?
Yeah. I'll go first. Excuse me. Nivra, so I do sense, I believe this is your husband. So I do sense a male energy, a very like protecting kind of energy around you, comes forward. I do get the synchronicity of the 222, and then that actually draws me also to middle area of August as a connector, if you can understand that. Also, they're coming forward with, I feel like this is like kind of a strong, like traditional R name is what they're giving me a connection to, if you can understand that. And then also a connection to an observation in September for this person. They want to come forward saying they wish they had set you up better, or that there's something organizational I feel that wasn't complete at the time of their passing, is what they're giving me. So it's coming forward with a little bit of I wish we had been able to kind of tie a bow on that so that things were set up the way that we had talked about. Also, they want to bring your attention to, I feel like there's some financial decisions, perhaps associated with something since they're passing, but they're saying take your time on these decisions. Don't rush into it. I feel like there's some things that are going to kind of come out of the shake out as we kind of just take our time with it. So that they're really just coming forward with a message about taking your time with those decisions. Um, Also, really being appreciative of the time that you had together. They're bringing me to, if you can understand time spent at a lake specifically, or if there's a lake house or something with that. They're also giving me mention to um, wishing well, like throwing. I feel like I'm throwing coins in a wishing well, so they're aware of that, and I feel like it has something to do with maybe like some communication you had with them after their passing, or something like that, like almost like a memorialization for them. um, and then they're also, I believe there's some kind of uh, communication they've had with you since their passing in spirit. They're giving me like buzzing, buzzing, buzzing. So I don't know if this is something they've done inside your home or out right outside your window, but they're talking about connecting the buzzing to them. So just know that they had something to do with that energetically to kind of signal to you. So just lots of love and lots of like it's like a very like protecting kind of energy that they come forward with.
Definitely. So I've got the Queen of Air, and this owl is also about protection. And this an owl is also about um, giving you the ability to see through deception. So, as Stopher said, be careful as you go through documents or proceedings, or don't rush things, because something important might be missed. Um, this owl also, for me, is a symbol of your husband being with you. Um, you may see an owl in an odd place that you wouldn't normally see an owl, and just know that would be him saying that he's with you and he loves you.
Mhm.
Um, I also got this card, which I don't know if there was any discord before he passed, but he's wanting you to know that none of that is important. That the butterflies around are a symbol of his transformation. That he may be sorry for not fulfilling some promises to you, and I forget what those trumpet flowers mean. Um, but know that as he's in spirit, he's watching over you, and it's been a good transformation for him to what am I trying to say? It's almost like he's asking you to forgive him for something, and I don't know what it is. Um, and I also got the Wheel of Fortune. And so with the wheel, we have our hard times, but those hard times pass. And so you are being called to ride out these hard times that might be coming forward for you, that you will be coming into better days, and maybe there's uh, some sort of, I don't want to say policy. There's some hidden money somewhere. I'm feeling like he might not have gone through the proper, like Silver said, do everything to have you set up. But I think there's something coming that will be unexpected that will help you. It could be from just outside sources. Um, It could be community. But just know that hard times will pass, and know that he is with you in spirit. Feathers, if you see feathers as you're walking and a feather falls in your path, know that he's just giving you a little nudge to let you know he's with you, and he's going to be there to protect you through spirit. So
Beautiful.
So I hope that helps, Naira.
Sure.
I'm
Thank
sorry
you,
for your loss. Woo!
that took a lot out of you, huh?
Yeah, I start to get emotional sometimes when I'm really feeling them. It's like, sometimes I still have a harder time deciphering images to English language. I do see a yellow flower here. It's an echinacea plant. So to me, that could also mean two different things. Echinacea is good for your immune system, so it's important for you to take care of yourself and keep your immunities up. So I'll say that too. Or whenever you see a yellow flower, think of you. Oh, all right. Let me go to chat. You all have been so wonderful. I appreciate you. Appreciate you, Stopher. Carla.
You.
When did Carla come in?
Yeah, I just saw her. Carla Astrology. Hi.
Hey, Carla.
Early than never.
All right. Yes. One more sip here. So, Stopher, do you have anything coming up?
The same old, same old. Me and Kevin Lewis, the healing medium, we're currently halfway through a course. It's our first time teaching, so it's super exciting. And there will be more courses, excuse me, that we offer in the future. So you can just check our websites for that. I'm sure we'll be here on YouTube promoting once those come up. But yeah, so that's exciting.
That's actually. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
No, I was just remembering that as I'm flipping through YouTube, I saw his channel and you were on it. I'm like, who are these guys? And so I thought it was interesting. And then next thing I know, you're on Scott's channel. I'm like, I know this guy. I'm like, wait a minute. That's the guy that was with the healing guy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how serendipitous that I was like drawn to the two of you, and then you're on Scott, and now you're on my channel. So I appreciate
just making the rounds. Yeah. So I've got the practice circle every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific. So anybody's welcome to join that. It's free. There's a direct link to the Zoom on my website under the education tab. And yeah, that's about it.
And your Facebook, what is that? What's your Facebook?
So I have a Facebook group. If you go to, let's see, it's facebook.com/groups/practice circles.
Okay, I'll type that in the chat.
So if anybody wants to join that, I'll let you in. And there's other practice circles.
Yeah, it's the two dudes I saw.
He gets around. Yeah.
Yeah, at least I was. So yeah. So thank you everybody for coming. Thank you, Stopher. It's an hour 40 minutes. Really appreciate all of your time. And you especially, Stopher. I really loved the readings that you gave today. And I know we helped some people out. We've had good responses in the chat. So tomorrow I'm actually, let's see if I can pull this off. I'm on Sheila Inquisitive Tarot, sorry. Tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern time. So I was mentioning to her that I'm trying to build up these mediumship muscles. So we're gonna Let's see if I can do it 2 days in a row.
Yeah, that'll be a good flex for you.
Especially after a Monday at work. So that'll be interesting. So, yeah. Again, thank you, everybody. And I appreciate the time spent here. And I send each and every one of you blessings. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you, Ginger.
All right. I'm going to stick around and we'll say goodbye to everybody. Have a happy day. Have a happy evening. Have a happy week. Bye.